3 reasons you do not want to dissolve gallstones. Why would I say that when so many videos out there are promoting 5 supplements to do that and all kinds of nutritional suggestions to do that? Who am I to think better or otherwise? Well, my name is Chen Profesorski. I'm a naturopath. I've been 30 years in the business, and I've seen thousands of patients with gallstones. And it's this experience that can actually give me the basis to totally cancel this idea. And I'll explain myself here. 3 reasons I said, right? The first one. Say you got the right things that can actually dissolve stones. Most of the vitamins that they're suggesting are not going to do that. But let's say you got our formula. We actually have a formula to dissolve stones. And you started using it. Well, the first thing you would dissolve would be the sludge, the mud. The essence of what holds the gallstones glued to the gallbladder and therefore not mobile and not giving you trouble by jumping out into the ducts. As soon as you dissolve the mud, you have more gallstones attacks. Oops. Not what you wanted, right? The second reason is that by dissolving stones, you make them grow smaller. And in order for them to actually leave the gallbladder and the liver, they need to be small enough to go into the ducts. That could take, if the stones are, well, a little larger, and very often they are more than 5 millimeters, more like 10 or 15 or 20 millimeters, and sometimes even bigger. It can take about a year to dissolve a millimeter in many cases. That would mean it would be years of processing. And the third and most important reason I would not go about dissolving as a solution for gallstones, well, that would be the problem with stones when they grow smaller, is that they don't just skip to the tiny. They grow smaller gradually. And when they're just small enough to get stuck in the ducts, that's what will happen. So instead of actually resolving the problem, softer, gentler, avoid pain, by using dissolving systems, you're actually asking for trouble. That is not a solution. Now, why do we have a dissolving formula? Well, we use that for prevention, either before you have gallstones, because you want to be wiser about it, you have a natural tendency to it, or you're overweight and you're going to be losing weight drastically over the next period of a few months for some, well, irresponsible reason, because you don't do it fast usually if you want it to be healthy. Whatever. If you know that you already had stones, you flush them out and you want to prevent them from regrowing, classical, use solvents. Use those natural herbal solvents. But if you actually have stones right now, the size that can cause trouble, which is most stones, the last thing you want to do is dissolve them. You want to flush them out. That is a professional solution. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're suffering from gallstones and you want a real long-term solution, well, you might want to talk to us or just join our community, and definitely sign up for this channel so you don't miss the next tip. They're pretty good, as you can see. And more importantly, if you have more questions, if this raises only more questions, if you've ran across all kinds of weird suggestions and you want to run them by me, well, just ask the questions below. I actually take the time to answer. So, until the next time, see you around.